So welcome to week 2 of full-time RV life. Again, it's had its ups and downs. I know she loves that.
You do?
Yeah. You said you didn't like it in the last one, and I still did my ups and downs.
It's a little weird.
So anyways, started off with same issues as last week with the tub drain coming apart. So I went to Lowe's and actually got a new piece and cut it 2 inches longer than the original. That's how far it was off. Basically the weight of the water in the trap and everything was just pulling it right off. If you know anything about plumbing, all those fittings are just, it's like a compression fitting, and it'll slowly slide down if there's too much weight or if it's not set up right. So anyways, the piece was too short, so hopefully that problem is done. But that's really the only main problem we've had with the camper. I'm gonna clean out the hot water tank today. We've been getting a little sulfur smell. When I read online, it usually means your anode is kind of too worn, and I have an extra anode to put in, which I bought before we left. Yeah. So
hopefully that fixes it, because it's nasty.
It's got a little sulfur smell to the hot water. And we kept thinking it was still our gray tank from when we went to, what was it, Spruce Row?
In Ithaca, yeah.
In Ithaca,
New York. There was like sulfur water there, and we kept thinking
it was like yellow
in the tank. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, it for sure was sulfur in the water there, and we don't know if it's left over in the hot water tank or if it is also the anode situation. So we'll see.
So
that hopefully will be an easy fix. Knock on.
There's no wood.
Wood chips in the playground.
Up here.
You're up high?
Blythe is playing in the background.
We're at the playground at campground.
So anyway, that's really the only issue we had was the drain. I mean, the hot water tank isn't really an issue, but I'm gonna get that cleaned out today. Get that going. As you can see, I'm wearing my fancy man bra.
Yeah, he threw his back out this week.
Yeah, so that was fun. I just had like a pulled muscle like I usually have, and it like completely went away. It was good at the end of the day, and I was swimming, and my whole back went out to the point where it was hard to breathe. The muscle pulled so bad. So I was on my back for a little while, just laying there on a heating pad.
Yeah.
So, but the rest of the week, besides that, was really good. We just kind of relaxed.
Yeah, we tried to take it easy this week because last week was hectic with having to drive every day. Oh, that's one good thing about this campground that we moved to this week. We were able to get good, strong internet all week long. So I was able to work.
Only AT&T though. Verizon was very weak.
Verizon's not. Well, there is, but it's like nothing. The campground last week had nothing. But this week we had good, strong AT&T. I was able to work no problem all week. We didn't have to go drive to my aunt and uncle's house every day, which was really nice that we were able to do that last week. We're just not used to having to
drive that
commute. I mean, for daily work. We drive the camper, but not for work.
I mean, it was our drive every day because it was half hour there, half hour back. So that was nice. I mean, not having to drive. I didn't even fill up the tank at all this week. I haven't put gas in it since last week, which was good. The only thing we really did this week.
You went to the National Corvette Museum.
To the Corvette Museum. I was sadly the only person there under 65. I did go on like a Tuesday in the morning, but it was just, I mean, they definitely, I mean, the thing is, it's a Corvette museum. The people that are really interested in Corvettes are the baby boomers and that. So but it was really nice. You know, everybody was really friendly there.
Yeah. You said they were really helpful when you walked in the door because he forgot his stroller. You did a video on this, right? Or you're about to?
I'm going to do a video on the whole museum kind of a thing, but
anyway, he forgot his stroller and they walked up to him and gave him like a little Corvette for Blythe to ride in. Yeah,
it's like one of the little plastic cars with the handle to push, like a little stroller, but it's a Corvette, which was cool. And I walked up and I was like, I mean, my whole kind of attitude going in was Blythe is going to just run through the thing. I'm not even going to be able to look at a car. It's going to be kind of crazy and ridiculous. And then they gave her that and I was like, oh, and she just sat in there. played with the wheel and the horn and loved
She enjoyed it.
it.
And they had like a little kids area, so Eric was actually able to enjoy that and do that because I didn't go. He went while I worked.
I didn't get to read all the history and stuff because I mean every exhibit, it's really well done. They have like exhibits set up like for different eras of the cars and everything, and they've got all this history that you can read about and all that kind of stuff, which I didn't read all the history and all the facts about them, which a lot of other people were doing because they didn't have a toddler running around. But so I was on a time constraint, but she was good for the museum.
So you got to at least walk around and look at everything.
And it was funny too when we went into the area that all the cars fell into the sinkhole. They still have the cars there with all the dirt and everything on them, and she kept going up, like looking at every single car. Dada, what happened? Dada, what happened? On every single car.
Car dirty.
And then you had to tell her, you know, what happened. She said, oh, next one. Dada, what happened? So the Corvette Museum was cool. I'll have a video on that coming up.
No. Okay,
Go play on the playground.
Go playground.
So week 2 was really relaxing, really.
We hung out in the pool like every day, which was really nice. It's
Night
been
and every
so
lunch break.
So hot this week. So my lunch break and in the evening after dinner, we just go to the pool and play. Look at Dada.
Swim, swim, swim.
Swimming. Oh, you want to go back? Okay.
Which actually led us to change our plans for the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
We're still going to the same area.
But it's supposed to be even hotter, so we instead of staying at the campground we were going to go to where they had full hookups but no pool, we switched it up, so we're going to a campground with a pool because it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's only like 10 minutes away from the other campground, but it's got a pool, so we'll be able to relax in the pool again.
So stay tuned to see how that goes for us. Even 97, 98 degrees next
I was looking at the weather, it's supposed to be 97 again. Which brings us actually to an issue that we did have this week.
Oh yes, yeah.
So the way our camper was parked at my parents' house is the awning was on the south side. So if it was sunny, we'd put out the awning, the sun wouldn't really bake onto the camper. Here we're wide out in the open and our windows are on the south side, which we've never had before. So when it was 90-something degrees, it was hard for the AC to keep up.
Camper just baked.
And it
even with the shades closed, the camper just baked. Lights on a stick.
So about 2, 3 o'clock, you know, it got pretty warm in the camper, but it's been cooling off at night, so it wasn't unbearable, but it was getting warm in the camper. So we put reflecting up in the 2 big windows, which did help, you know, keeping the shades drawn after like probably about 9 o'clock in the morning.
So no, it's not a meth lab if you see our camper. It's just the reflectance because it's hot. The
yeah, we got the
camper's
meth
cooking.
lab look.
We're not cooking meth. The camper was cooking, so we put those up.
Yeah.
And it helped a ton. And those were cheap, like just a couple of them for the...
I already had one for the truck. And then I bought another one at Walmart. They were like, it was $8 I think for the reflector. Which it did help and it was worth it. I still need to... She's just hitting a tree with a stick going it did help. Our bathroom still gets really hot though.
Yeah, so we've been turning the vent, if we open the vent in the bathroom, it sucks out the hot air and it helps a little bit. So we've been keeping the bathroom door shut because the heat just... But it does act as a nice greenhouse for my plants, I noticed.
Yes.
Because there's the skylight over the shower, so I put my plants in the shower and it's nice and warm and lots of sun for them. So
I think that's where a lot of heat is coming from, is that one skylight. Not necessarily the fan as much, but the skylight bakes in. The
skylight in our main living area has like a shade, so that helps dampen the sunshine and the heat coming in, but the one in the bathroom doesn't obviously have a shade.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of a heat issue this week. Next week we're supposed to be in the shade.
That will help.
So that should help. We shouldn't be as hot, which will be nice. And we still have the pool too next week. So we went out kind of to eat once, and we went out for ice cream another time. There's a little ice cream place in town in Franklin, Kentucky. That was really nice. I don't remember the name of it, so I'll put it down here once we figure that out. But it was good.
It's obviously popular because it was really busy.
And it was cheap.
We got all 3 of us got ice cream, and it was $4. I don't think that's a lot of money at all. I think that's cheap, especially from where we're from.
And they've got like burgers and hot dogs
Yeah,
and that
like
kind of stuff there for pretty cheap.
$2 for 5 for 2 cheeseburgers. So
Yeah.
we didn't have the food, just the ice cream, but it was really good. It was a cute little shop. And then we stopped at Jim's Barbecue the other night. And
Which isn't far from here.
No, it's not.
And they were pretty cheap. We got like a family meal that was like...
$16 for a family meal.
Yeah.
And it was like pulled pork.
You got a pound of
like
pulled pork or ribs.
Bread pancakes, which was different, and then...
Yeah, the pancakes I didn't really like.
Just a couple sides. Basically, it came with a couple sides.
2 sides, pork, and the cornbread.
You're up high?
A pie?
And they had tables outside, and it's really pretty because it overlooks like a farm or something out there.
Yeah, it was a really nice little place.
So we had dinner there, and then you also went to the playground in Franklin.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Really cool. I didn't get to go. Once again, I miss out on a lot because I work. But Eric took Blythe to a really cool playground in Kentucky, in Franklin, with like all these sensory things, like musical things she could make. Blythe is throwing chips, wood chips. Did you get in trouble? Are you supposed to do that?
Throwing wood chips everywhere.
Not supposed to do that.
Yeah, the playground was pretty cool. They had like all these little like xylophone kind of things, so it was kind of musical, and she liked that. And the rest of the playground was standard, but the whole park was really nice. They had like soccer fields and football fields and baseball fields.
He said the baseball fields were nicer than like
our high school baseball field. It looked like professional. Well, even the high school that I worked at, it was like up to the same par of quality, and that was like the main thing they cared about was their baseball field. So, all right, so Blythe stole the stroller. So anyways, the playground was cool. That was kind of the other last thing we did. Didn't do too much else. Again, it was a low-key week. We spent a lot of time in the pool.
We were aiming for a relaxing week. Tomorrow we leave for our next destination. So
and we got a 6-hour drive.
Yep. So wish us luck. And today we're just gonna relax.
And get the camper packed up and ready to go tomorrow morning because we're gonna leave really early.
The hot water tank.
Yeah. So not gonna really relax today.
I'll try and relax, but really I'll be watching the baby.
All right. So we will see you for the week 3 update coming next week, obviously. Yep. And make sure to do all the YouTube stuff and like and subscribe and all that kind of a deal, and hit the bell icon, and we will see you next time.